Good day, this is your Smart Life Coach, and today I'm back with the last video of a series of 3 dealing with negotiation skills. The previous videos I dealt with the concept of power, I dealt with the sources of power, I dealt with getting empowered, and I dealt with the ethics of politics and power. Now today I'm going to deal with the actual negotiation skills. When you go into negotiation skills, you've got to think about this. There are 1 or 2 outcomes that can be reached. The one is win-lose. It means that the one party takes the lion's share, the other one goes away with very little. That one obviously very disruptive, and there will be no good relationship after that. The second one is a win-win situation where each party gets more than what they had in the beginning, but neither of the 2 parties get their ultimate goal. But they are happy, and they go away, and they got a settlement, a negotiated settlement, and their relationship will carry on. And that is what win-win is for. There are times and situations when you have to do win-lose, and there are times and situations where you should do win-win. You have to distinguish between this. You have to increase the effectiveness of your negotiations. Now, the first one is your approach. Is it going to be disruptive? Disruptive, obviously going for win-lose, or is it going to be integrative? Integrative, much more a win-win situation. You have to distinguish what is substantive and what is relationship-based. Substantive means it's a better deal for the one party, not necessarily for the other one. And the relationship is a good deal for both, and a relationship that will last for a long time. Some activities you need to take note of that will increase your negotiations. The first one is obtain a substantive result. Try to obtain a substantive result. It's your goals, that's what you want. It's your goal. So try to create that. It's a very formal way of, you focus on the target, you focus on the process, you keep on that. You do not listen or get yourself sidetracked by noise, by other things that the negotiator does. Never ever. Just stay focused on the process. The second one is the influence of power. This means you shouldn't dominate and you shouldn't be dominated. So balance that power. If you feel you are being dominated, then you have to step one back, regain your power, and then enter, because you cannot negotiate from a weak position. The second one is promote constructive climate. That's good. Be open. Yeah, be open. This constructive climate is to show respect for the other party. He will appreciate that. He might even show respect for you now. That's what it is. And build some humor into it. That's nice. It makes the negotiation process flow much better. The last one of these activities is to create a procedural flexibility where you are open to third-party negotiations, because in your negotiations you can come to the point where it's a stalemate. You can't move the two. It doesn't matter. You can't go on like that, bang, 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 and it goes nowhere. You have to find something else now, an external influence into your process to make it happen. Now, third parties can come into a number of ways. First one is mediation. That's where you have a facilitator. He just mediates between the 2 parties. He has no preference. He is non-biased. He just mediates this whole process. Very closely related to consultation, where it's a professional person that does the consultation, and he has no interest in who gets the better part or not. He just does that to make the process flow and make the outcome for one or the other as they want it. That's what they do. Either mediation or consultation. In the middle you get another 2. The one is arbitration. Arbitration is where that third party has the power to enforce a specific outcome on either or both parties. A very simple example is a court. You have a difference of opinion, you go to court and the judge or the magistrate decides who will get what, and that is the end. When he slams the hammer, that's it, no more. That is arbitration. Not necessarily what you want. It's costly, and you have no influence. After that, there's nothing you can do. And the one thereafter is conciliation. Conciliation is perhaps the better one, because the conciliation third party is a person that is trusted by both elements. Both of the negotiating elements trust this person, and he will promote and he will enhance the communication between the two and not taking sides. That is conciliation. So either mediation, consultation, or conciliation, but try to stay away from arbitration. That is not where we want to go. Now, there's some points that you can take in your mind to improve your negotiation. The first one is start off with a positive overview. Be positive, show your positiveness, show your willingness to get into a very good solution on the negotiations. The second one is concentrate on the process. Always concentrate on the process. There will be a lot of noise. Yes, there will be. Noise is what people say and stuff like that. Don't give any attention. Just stay on the process. Focus on the process, on what you want. That's what you need to do. And then do not allow the process to steer into a competitive negotiation mode. That is so horrible to be there. Stop that. When you see that, just stop it. Say, no, we don't go there. This is what we're going to do. We don't go there. Don't go into competitiveness, competitive bargaining. Then you have to use your power. Your power is that one thing that you have. Use it in a subtle way. Use it in a way that you can issue a threat, you can present a bonus in a subtle way without being in your face about it. So that's your power, that you can demonstrate these things, what you have and how you can do with that. Be open to third-party negotiations. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, you can find yourself in a stalemate situation, and then you will need third party to either come and do the mediation, arbitration, conciliation, or consultation. Either one of those. Be open to that. Even suggest that when you come to a point when you see you're not moving forward. Not you, not the opponent. Nobody's moving forward. Be aware of the environmental influences on yourself and the environmental influences on your opponent, and see how he reacts to that, because from there you can enhance your own power. If you see weaknesses or otherwise a false sound in what he's saying, then you can understand, you can exploit that and make your power bigger and bigger. So be aware of the environment. It plays a large role. If you find yourself in a situation where it's not going to go, don't be shy to take one step back, 2 steps to the side, and then 4 steps forward. And that one step back could look to your opponent like you are now weak, that he has the power. But it's actually just a tactical move. You maintain your power, 1 step back, 2 steps to the side, and then 4 steps forward. That is something that you need to consider when the situation becomes stalemate. Yeah? And then you have to exercise a very high level of emotional intelligence. Some videos further back, I dealt with intelligence, cognitive intelligence and emotional intelligence. Your emotional intelligence is that part where you control your reaction, your emotions on what you experience. That is so important, because if you show anger and you show distrust or any of the emotions that you show, your opponent will look at it and he will exploit it. And you must never let that happen. With all these that I've now explained to you, starting right from the beginning of the concept of power, going right to the back, to the last point, where I mentioned emotional intelligence. Take that into one topic. Make that one topic for you. Watch these videos again and again so that you can acquaint yourself with what you need to do to be able to negotiate successfully. I hope you learned from this, and I hope you'll be able to negotiate perfect after this. Thank you.